Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the 23rd World Education Summit, School Education. And this is the first day of the summit. And now we have a technology presentation by Mr. Vivek Varshney, founder Speedlabs. He is one of the pioneers of hybrid educational model. In fact, Mr. Varshney is a graduate from IIT Kanpur and an MBA from IIM Lucknow. From the last 6 years, he has been restructuring the hybrid education system in India through his company Speedlabs. Speedlabs is an advanced adaptive practice and personalized learning platform. Over to Mr. Varshney now to give us more detail about Speedlabs and a technology presentation. Welcome, Mr. Varshney.
Thanks, Taranum. My compliments to Dr. Ravi Gupta and Dr. Biswajit Shah for organizing such an interactive session, which is very thought-provoking and visionary. My sincere compliments to the secretary, Shri Devikant Shukla ji, and all the respected guests participating in this summit, dear principals, teachers, and the school management, and all the other participants. Very good morning to all of you. I want to talk about a few things which are going to change the direction of school education in the next decade. And the change has been led by COVID. All of us will agree that before COVID and after COVID, there are two different worlds. Before COVID, the things that were very happy, very much acceptable, are going to be very much out of the system after COVID. The reason is that technology has brought that change in everyone's mindset. The expectations from the parents and the school teachers, then the students and the management, everyone has different expectations from technology now as compared to before. All of us have been the most aggressive people in accepting the technology, especially the school system has always been on the forefront in accepting the technology driven changes. We started with the entire school system in the country started the adoption long back in 2000, starting 2000, when we started smart classrooms using projectors in the classrooms, using the LMS and the other parent communication systems, etc. But now, after 20 years, the expectations from the technology innovation is very different. Now, the entire education has to be student centric. And when we think about student centric education, it is about using technology to provide personalized feedback, personalized monitoring, personalized mentoring to each and every student. Now, as our country is growing, the parents also have a lot of awareness about the power of technology. And there are systems which are growing in a way which are completely dependent on technology. And it will not be surprising that in next 5 years we will have many pure online schools with collaboration with the local schools. So they will have a 50-60% component online and 40-50% component offline, and it will be a hybrid schooling system that will be an accepted norm. Like 10 years back, homeschooling was a stigma, but now it is getting more and more accepted. Parents are getting aware that they have options, they have flexibilities, and the traditional trend that once you admit a student in a school in class 1, and he will graduate after class 12, and he will not change the school, that paradigm is going to shift. The parents are more and more aware. They have very high expectations from the schools now, and they are not worried about changing their schools if they have a better ecosystem available at another school, even if that means they have to pay a little bit more. So the point is that technology can be a great enabler in transitioning the schooling system in the post-COVID world. And now I would like to focus on certain aspects where Speedlabs can make a difference. And this is where I would like to explain a few things with couple of slides, and then I will share my thoughts on this. Is my slide visible? Okay. So at Speed Labs, our vision is to provide personalized education to every student and become a bridge between dreams and their capabilities, with our mission to help more than 8 crore students across the country. Now, what do we want to do? What is the approach which we believe that in the future education system will be successful? Printed material is slowly becoming outdated, and in next 5 to 10 years the entire school system will rely less and less on the printed material and the printed books. Everything will be digitized, analyzed, and every question, every topic, every chapter will have graded questions and the timed analysis of the effort and the homework. So, as we all know, that the lecture component, if we look at the success of a student, the lecture component contributes about 25%, which takes place in the school system. And all the great teachers in school provide that education. They complete the syllabus in a timely manner. They explain the concept in depth. And then the remaining part is self study, practice, revision, analytics. And that has to be on the technology, and this is where Speedlabs can play a significant role with the schools and any other platform. But the purpose of my discussion is that after school engagement should be as much as possible on technology, and every analytics should come back to the teachers and the management. So the approach that we think is going to be the future of school education is the interactive classes in the school environment, physical classroom, interactive learning, high engagement, class participation, and technology enabled learning where we can use the projectors or the smart classrooms also. But after that, there should be a practice platform instead of a fixed homework. Every student should get a homework which is customized. So, in addition to some fixed questions, the school can also give adaptive practice or personalized practice to every student, and that is the right quality education, that is the student centric education. And every student get analytics based on their practice, and these analytics are real time. So after their effort, immediately the teachers as well as the students get to know what they have done good, what they have not done good, where they need to improve, what should they revise, what is their attempt and accuracy analysis on every subject, every chapter, every topic, every formula, and what are the gaps. And according to the gaps, the technology can provide the personalized improvement plan for every student. Even at a section level, the principals can see which section is lacking on which chapter, which topic, and so that they can be a very customized plan in the futuristic schools. And these are the things which will be expected by the parents in the coming future. So we think that the next generation schools should have these four components. First is the interactive classrooms in the school, physical classrooms, and followed by three-pronged strategy on the technology platforms such as Speedlabs. So this is what I just wanted to share on the presentation side. But coming back to my original theme, the futuristic schools will have a lot of power in the hands of school management and principals, and lot of power in the hands of school teachers. And if we are able to leverage the technology power in the most effective way, then we can provide significantly better education as compared to pre-COVID world. And we have heard many systems coming in India which are empowering the schools at a student centric education. So let me take one very simple example. If a parent comes for a parent teacher meeting, and if our school teachers are able to give them a feedback such as this, that your child is not studying physics in last 2 weeks, okay, or your child has not studied enough on this particular two chapters, or your child is going very fast in this chapter, or your child is making errors related to writing units, or he is not labeling the diagrams properly. Now these kind of pinpointed feedback, when you give to the parents, what it reflects in a huge respect for the school. And the schooling system with the technology will be able to do this. In fact, they will also be able to do some extra efforts on identified students, on identified topics, on identified chapters, etc., so that the overall result that a school can deliver can be multiplied better. And as we all agree that ultimately in education, everyone expects an outcome. That outcome is in the form of learning outcome. And there are two aspects. One is qualitative aspects, which is grooming, personality development, confidence of the students and their value system, their social aspects, their ability to interact with other students, collaborations, teamwork, etc., mutual respects, work ethics, etc. But there is a very significantly important quantitative aspect. And when we think about quantitative aspects, ultimately parents want marks. They want that, okay, if there is a 10th board exam, in school A versus school B, which school is producing more students in terms of percentage of their students who are crossing 90%, 95% marks, who are crossing 80%, 85% marks. So both things are important, and a balanced approach between a qualitative grooming, because that is also the responsibility of a school, and a quantitative delivery, which is the marks. Both are equally important. And in the absence of absolute measure, the parents value the quantitative measures a lot. So if a school is consistently able to deliver more and more success stories, eventually it builds a very solid reputation in their city. And this reputation ultimately also helps in the school's growth. And that is the endeavor of the school management, because they set up a school with a vision. They want to help and teach more and more students with the right and good quality education. And believe me, that after 2022, the change will be very fast, and we will also see this change happening within next 3 to 4 years. The kind of schools you will see after 3 4 years will be significantly different as compared to the schools 3 years back. And the change is going to happen at such a fast pace that the decision making at the school management level will play an important role, because they have the vision. They have set up the school, and their vision is to help as many students as possible, improve the admissions, improve the quality of our outcomes, the reputation in the city. And this will be a collective effort of the teachers and the utilization of technology. So there will be a blended learnings. The hybrid approach is going to be the final approach in the at least next 10 to 15 years. And until till then, the technology will be a supporting role, and the teachers and the principals who use the technology 24 by 7 will generate significantly different and steep trajectory in their schools growth, both in numbers as well as reputation. And eventually we also believe at Speedlabs that parents are not shying for paying higher fees if they believe that their child is getting the right education. Because in India, still the majority is middle class and the lower middle class and the aspiring class. And for them, their child to do well in life, education is the only medium that can take their child to the next level. And for that, if they have the trust that this particular student, this particular school is giving preparing my child ready for the future, he is giving the right skills, right empowerment to succeed in life, both academically as well as non academically soft skills, etc. Then they will pay happily 10,000 rupees extra, 20,000 rupees extra for the year, as long as they can build the trust and confidence. So my to conclude my thinking, I want to put three thought processes for all the attendees and co-panelists in this summit. Number one, we how fast we should make decisions to adopt technology, whether it is a 3 months process or a 6 months process or a 1 year process. Everything will have a different trajectory outcome. Number two, which side of the technology are we interested to introduce? Like if we look at the new education policy, the focus on personalized education, the AI, everything, the government is committed to bring the change. And now it is the responsibility of the school management to join hands and invest in the technology which are student centric rather than basic admin activities. So basic admin activities don't add any value to the academic outcomes. We should focus on the student centric technologies and adopt them. The third is that what are the changes we have to bring in the behavior, teaching behavior of the school ecosystem, and how we can transform our teachers also to become more technology friendly, so that they learn about interpreting the data, making decisions based on the data, making some changes in the lecture plan according to the data, making some extra efforts according to the data. So these are the three thoughts I would want to leave to all the co-panelists and the attendees in this summit. And with this, I would like to thank everyone, and especially the organizing committee, for organizing such a wonderful summit. During COVID, we are using the best use of technology, having the virtual summit. And once again, my great regards to all the principal management and co-panelists attending this summit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Varshney. That was a wonderful presentation. In fact, you told us so much about Speedlabs. And as I understand, Speedlabs has been there from the past 6 years. So,
Yes.
when we talk about pre-COVID and post-COVID situations, how much do you think that edtech companies have actually contributed, especially Speedlabs has contributed to the entire education ecosystem?
So I would like to very happily tell you currently more than 1 lakh students have been using the Speedless platform, and we have been able to contribute in their life outcomes. I mean, hundreds of people have gone to IIT, NIT, medical top medical colleges, and now at the school level also there have been students who have significantly benefited from a regular daily practice and a proper data-driven feedback. Like if you go to a doctor and he does not do proper diagnosis, maybe he will not give you the right medicine. He can give you a general comiflame and crocin, but if he gets the right diagnosis, he will give you the right medicine which will treat you faster and which will treat you better. So the whole idea is that we are living in a world which is technology and data driven, and it is important that we respect the individuality of every student, and that respect can be reflected if we use the right data and give him the right guidance. So I think the whole purpose is that in our times, nobody knew beyond the toppers the what other students are doing or not doing, right? The focus was always on toppers, but I don't think that is the right approach in the next generation. Next generation is very much aware. They want attention, they want proper guidance, they want proper feedback, and without technology it is impossible.
Perfectly fine. In fact, one more thing I just wanted to know that you, since you're talking about, preparation of competitive exams like JEE and IIT and other exams, how far technology can actually help, like technology like Speed Labs can actually help students in rural areas?
Yeah, so no, so see, the product is internet based. You can use it from any area, and thanks to the internet penetration. And one more thing I forgot to mention, that COVID has also ensured a very high quality divide penetration. Everyone, rural, semi-rural, semi-urban, tier two, tier three, tier one metros. Believe me, every parent has invested in giving the device to the pair to their students, because they saved on the transportation and they invested in the device. So everyone has some sort of device where, in the worst case, they have the smartphones which have the internet, and the charges are very low nowadays, maybe 200 rupees a month. So the Speedlabs can be used anywhere across the country, and the program is very intuitive and everyone can benefit from it. And if you I can challenge you, if you practice 2 hours a day on Speedlabs, your chances of cracking any competitions are 10 times better as compared to any other material or any printed material or anything, because it is personalized, right? You will get different sequence of questions, I will get different sequence of questions, and based on your previous response and gaps, every student's learning journeys can be identified by using algorithms, and they can be curated in the right sequence of questions.
Perfectly fine. That was very wonderful, in fact, listening to you, Mr. Vashni, and especially the queries which you already like shared here. Thank you so much for giving us time to be a part of the World Education Summit, and thank you so much for giving us time to come here and give this industry presentation. And
Thank you.
can we have a certificate for him now, please? And that's the speaker certificate, Mr. Vashni, for you. Thank you so much for being a part of the World Education Summit.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.